Alright guys, I've decided this house needs a garage, and one reason, well, it does need a garage, and I also want to show you guys how to do a two floors of a standard, timber built house. I'm going to build this garage right over here. It's going to be a disconnected garage, and I need to add a couple of levels. Right now, this floor goes up to 8 foot 1.5. That's the wall height. I'm going to add another height. I'm going to add a foot, or about a foot. I'll end up adjusting it later, but I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to make it, 1 foot. And it's actually probably going to be 1 foot and maybe an inch or so, but for now I'm going to do 1 foot. Enter, and then drag this all the way across here. Line it up. See the little lightning bolt right there? We're going to go ahead and click that, and we're going to drag that up. I wish it would click in the other direction, but okay. So that's right now it's the top of wall 3. We're going to change that to level 2, because that's going to be a floor level, another floor level. Just like level 1 is a floor level down here, we're going to have level 2 floor level up top. Okay. And do I want to rename corresponding views? Of course I do. So click yes. And I don't know why that says 3D up in the corner, but anyway. Okay, so now I've got that level. I'm going to actually make yet one other level. It's going to be top of wall 2. So I'm going to go over here again, click level, and this one's going to be 8 foot 1.5. 1 and -1/2 inches. It doesn't like the way I typed that in. I think it's the dash. 1 and 1/2 inches. And yes, that worked, I think. Alright, so there we go. Let me see what I've got. Sometimes I just don't believe myself. Yeah, that was 8 foot 5.5. I don't want that. No. So I need to take 5 inches off of this. So it'll be 17 feet 2 inches. Now let's measure it. 8 foot 1/2 inch. I need to add another inch. It's not cooperating. So 17.3 inches would be the total, and that's the way this measures. When you're placing the level at a height above a previous level. But once it's placed, it actually reads from the ground level. Okay, so unless you're unlike me, who a lot of times I can do math in my head. Don't get me wrong, but especially when I'm making videos, I can't do it in my head because I got too much other stuff going on. So anyway, there we go. We got level 2, and level 3 is actually going to be, and it keeps doing that, top of wall 2. Okay, yes. And of course, there's various ways of naming these. You don't have to name them like I do. You have to name them something, but let's split that out. You have to, some different companies have different methods for their naming, or protocols or what have you. So now I've got the extra levels I need. Now I'm going to go back to level 1. Level 1, okay. And right over here, I am going to start creating that garage. I'm going to move this elevation symbol over here, get it out of my way, and go back to walls, and the same walls that I originally created I'm going to create here. Clapboard on timber stud. Is that what I did? thought I did. Thought I was going to do stucco. I don't remember. It's been a while since I started this, so we'll use that one. And where to create it? Who really knows? So let's create it this way. And which way do I want the garage door? Really, the way the garage faces depends on where how the house is going to face. And I really don't have any ideas for that right now. So I'm just going to pretend that the street is going to be at the south of the house, right below it. And I'm going to start drawing this garage. And I want it to be about 26 feet wide. That's going to give me an interior space of about 24 feet wide approximately. And I want it to be a pretty long garage, or maybe I don't, who knows. Let's do it at about 26 feet. Okay, so this is going to be a good 2-car garage with a little extra storage space and an apartment on top. Alright, so there's my walls. Garage, very simple with the garage. You only have to, we're just going to put a concrete floor in there. We could use the same polished concrete floor if we want to be really cool about it. As far as interior walls, I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it yet, but let's put a floor in it. Let's go ahead and get that knocked out. And we're going to go to the 8-inch polished concrete. Same offset. The offset's already still set from previous. Okay. Alright, and now we're going to put a ceiling in to separate the 2 floors. Or actually, before we do that, what do we want to put in? Now we want to put a ceiling in. So I'm going to go to architecture, go to ceiling, and make sure. Okay, height offset. I got to go back and check my other ceilings. I didn't realize that my height offset was set at 8 feet. Well, I can inspect that later. So let's go ahead and do this. So there we go. We got a ceiling. It's we're going to leave it at 8 feet for right now. Okay. Now between the floors, there's going to be a truss system. The truss system is about a little over 1 foot thick. It consists of a timber trusses with a substrate, or the decking, the floor decking, which is plywood, and then the surface of the floor, which could be whatever, carpet, whatever you want it to be. I think it'll be carpet. Okay. And so I got my ceiling. Now I want to place my second floor. So I'm going to go to top of wall to windowsill. Or where do I want to go? I want to go to level 2. And I'm going to create a floor. And it's not going to be 8-inch polished concrete. We'd have to go with steel framing and all that kind of good stuff then. This one's going to be wood truss joist 12-inch with carpet finish. Alright, and I'm going to go to edit type and just see the thickness. Okay, the thickness is actually going to be 1 foot and 3/4 of an inch. That's what I wanted to see. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to place this floor, and it's not going to go all the way out to the edge. So we need to change that offset. Okay. It is going to extend into what we call the wall core. That is checked. Extend into wall core. Okay, and then we'll click the green check mark. So now we have the floor overlaps highlighted walls. We like to join geometry and cut the overlapping volume out of the walls. Yes, I do. Okay, and we'll kind of go take a look, see what that looks like. So now I've got my walls. I got a floor with the slab. Then I've got a second floor. I've got a ceiling. Let's inspect our work. And here's where you really got to be careful. You got to go in and inspect where everything is so everything lines up. And code-wise, you're covered. So we're going to go to View. We're going to create a section. I'm going to draw it right across here. And get a close look. And I can see that my floor here is kind of, I think that ceiling almost turned out just right. I think it's about in the right spot. Anyway, but you got to go in and check, make sure that your ceiling right here is not inside of your floor. But I think we got lucky here. I think everything as far as levels and everything else, we're set good. Let's move this up just a tad. So to do that, I just click on that floor and use my arrow keys to go up. And now we can see where that ceiling is. All right. Okay, because we also want to maintain, we got 8-foot clearance from the floor to the top. We have to maintain that. You know, we can't lower our ceiling to accommodate the floor because then we won't be meeting code. But now we're meeting code, so we're good and everything's in a good spot. Now for and that's really all I had to show you with that is how to do the between the floor stuff, and the roof and everything else is the same way it was on the house. Is just you're going to place it at top of wall 2 and not at top of wall 1. So we can get a view of what that's going to look like. Let's go to top of wall 2 and we'll place a roof on that. So architecture, roof, overhang, and everything is still set like it was before. Even the slope, I believe, is set. I believe. I'll have to look at it in a minute. No, it's not. Okay, so anyway, click all the way around and put the roof on it. And escape twice to get out of the Pick Walls tool. Now we can draw a box around it. Change our slope to 6 and apply. Green check mark. And yes, I want all that to come up to the roof. So now we can go check out our 3D view, see where we're at. Okay, so now everything's looking good. When you lay out your floor plan on this, you'll lay your floor plan out on the second floor, not on the first floor. First floor is a garage. We do have to put a garage door on it. I'll show you that in another video. And then you can do the second floor however you want. Keep in mind you do need a bathroom up there and things of that nature. What I am going to show you on the next video is how to do stairs, because that's what you actually have to do. That's another thing I have to show you, is how to do stairs.